Hello everybody, it's Amiga Rob here, and today I thought we'll have a look at ReactOS. I haven't really arranged my screen very well here, but so ReactOS is this, in theory, a Windows replacement operating system. I've got it fired up in VirtualBox here, as you can probably tell by the things it's left up on the screen here that we need to get rid of. But yeah, it's straight off the bat. It's just booted up. I'm not going to do the very first screen. It just basically says all preparing menu. It looks a bit like a DOS or old Windows 32-bit install. When you first switch it on, I think it's been around for about 20 years. I can't remember. It was called something Win something or other beforehand, and there was some, I don't know, maybe a trademark dispute or something. I don't know. But yeah, in theory, this is a binary compatible reverse engineers Windows emulation. I think there's a Windows recreation. In some ways, 32 bits Windows is actually a recreation of OS2 in itself, as ever designed to be binary compatible. But well, look at that, they got so regional. They've even got Australian English, blimey. So yeah, we'll go for United Kingdom English, and I'm just going to try and boot it. We're just in VirtualBox here. I think you can see we've got ReactOS version 0.4.13. What have we got here? Welcome to ReactOS setup. This part of setup computer, enter install upgrade, how to repair ReactOS installation. Okay, let's go for it. Alpha stage. It's been in alpha stage for a long time. Not feature complete. Heavy development. Yeah, okay. We're not going to be using this as a main operating system. So yeah, this system I've got set up at present is the VirtualBox system. I've given it 2 CPUs. Thought we'd try out multi-CPU. I don't really know much about it. Don't know whether it supports it or not. Looks like it's picked up a CPI PC Uni processor. I think that's one CPU. Maybe the setup's wrong on my end, but can we change this? Standard PC. I don't know. Maybe that's multi-processor. I forget the details. Visa display. We'll leave it there for now. Can always change it out to the keywords. English United Kingdom. Accept that. This shows. Right. So yeah, I've got a virtual disk which I've just set with 50 gigs on it. We can. I don't know what these operating systems are. Quick format, bitrefs on the system. IBT or if I don't know what that is, but let's do that. Select partition. Yeah, that'll do. Defaults. Okay. Giving it 2 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of graphics memory. And you would think this would be pretty quick, because they've been basically chasing their tails for 20 years trying to catch up with Windows. But I'm interested to see what it can actually install, if it's of any use. Maybe it might be worthwhile for legacy things. I've got a few applications that are sort of Windows 98 dependent that I could do with using that Windows 98 doesn't really function on anymore. Of course, there's other ways of doing it, maybe even Wine or something like that. The Win32 and 64-bit compatibility layer for Linux and Mac might work. Okay, so we need copied files. Fairly quick so far. Right, installing bootloader. There's video. Oh, okay, for default. Successfully remove floppy disks from drive A and all CD-ROMs. Yeah, okay. How do I do that again? Would have thought it would automatically. Yeah, I've just removed that. Right, here we go. It's got a reboot happening now. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll just start that. looks very Windows, the font. 96 to 2020. Okay. Looks like we've got it boot into the machine. No mouse recognised yet. How do I get out of this? Is it not control? There we go. So it's fully grabbed the keyboard. Let's just resize this a bit so we can fit the whole screen in. Oh yeah. Well, it's a very Windows 98 stroke XP looking installation screen. Got here that I made myself bigger. Still got this empty space at the bottom of the screen. Let's give it a go then. Let's see. Interesting. So yeah, they ported in Summer Wine. Type box. That's the AEX6 emulator. QEMU more emulation layers and virtualization. Don't match these other things. SO3D. Free font, Deja font. All looks like options to do things. Skip that. Skip that. Skip that. Yeah, that'll do. Split the thing prefer, we'll stick with classic. Let's just go for typical on network settings. No. Do you want me to be a member of the main part of the workgroup? Right, we'll leave it like that. All looks very Windows-ish at the minute. You would have thought they would have skinned it a little bit differently because it sort of leaves you open to accusations of stealing. In fact, all these icons. Okay. Yeah, wait to finish it. We'll restart. Let's see what happens. Okay. Reboot. Back into ReactOS. All very quick so far. None too shabby so far, actually. So. I'm running all this off a mechanical disk, a 2.5-inch disk, the installer and the virtual everything, all the virtual machines on it, going across USB 2, so it's not got the fastest. Not got the fastest drive. This one. Okay, let's see what happens. System device. I'm wondering. Oh, can be found. Finish. That'll do. USB control. Let's see if we can do that. That failed. No, can't install standard. So I'm wondering if standard Windows drivers actually install on this. So, yeah, again, looks very Windows XP. This. Windows 2000. So would I be able to use the backdoor application as a, let's see, optical drives, choose a disk. Right, bear with me, you'll see my pointer moving about. I'm actually trying to look for the add-ons disk for VirtualBox, the Windows add-ons. I'm just going to see if we can install them. The sounds, I don't think we've got any sound. If I can just remember where they are is the next question. Oh, hang on, it should be on the list of. Okay. See if this works, might break everything. Oh, in fact, is it even seeing the CD drive is the next question. Yes, right, okay, let's try this. Will it accept, first question, will it accept VirtualBox? In fact, are we running 64-bit is the next question. Hard to tell. Let's just run the main application and see what happens. Okay, looks good so far. Theory, if it's binary compatible, you would hope it would install the drivers and they'd work. But impressive if this does work, but we shall see. Looks okay so far. I haven't actually checked if we've got network working as well. Okay, I just had a little visit from my glamorous assistant who's got some snacks and then has headed back off. So I'm just going to reboot this now. It's going to work. Oh, I was going to check if the network was working already, but I didn't. Would have been valuable, but doesn't matter. Just reboot and go straight in there. ReactOS. So far it seems quite good. I think I may have once previously tried to install this somewhere. I could be wrong, but my memory was it wasn't particularly stable. This seems quite stable, fast. Is it useful is the next question. I mean, I've not actually tried to run anything on it yet. Okay. Let's see if it can. Still not liking any of the drivers on this, but okay. Let's see if we've got network then. So what browser does it come with? Have we got a browser? ReactOS Explorer, ReactOS Applications Manager. Let's try that. Oh, hello. Go. Ah, look, there's an AC97 driver. Now, whether or not I'm actually in AC97 is another question. I think I'm in Intel HD actually. So I need to unselect that. Interesting, there's lots of applications here. Ooh, Firefox. Yeah, I want to know if I can install the latest Firefox. I'm not sure if 48 is the most on it recently. I think it isn't. Doesn't look like that. Looks like AC97 is what we'll need to be doing. I might need to restart the machine. Let's try. I mean, we can try Firefox. Maybe that's the latest one we can install because it's showing us too early a version of Windows to it for it to be supported. So, let's see. Let's go through it. I haven't even got a Flash player though. Right. Install. Okay, that's downloading fairly fast. Because I'd really like to see if I can just use standard current versions of software. No, that's look at the settings I've got on this machine. It has Got the automatically allocating the mouse now, so it's coming back to the host machine when it's out the window. So that's worked. It's good. I'm just checking how I've got this configured. Audio. Yeah, it's set to window into HD, so I'll have to do a reboot and change it. AC97. I did it. I think I did it on the Windows 10 64-bit default. So I wanted to give it everything it might want. Standard. I'm wondering if Firefox is going to try and update itself. It's be taking a while here. There's no other browser installed automatically. Tools, it's very similar to. Let's have a look at the disk tools while I'm waiting for this to sort itself out. Sorted itself out. Oh, device manager. Okay. Yeah, it's more or less the same. Audio device. Yeah, don't like. What's this? I've done there. Didn't need to do that. Anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the graphics are very well supported with this. Maybe I should have a search for graphics as well. Oh, yeah. I think we're very unaccelerated with these graphics. But it's connected to the internet. Is it? Or is it just very slow? It reminds me a lot of Windows. Thing is, you'd expect it should be faster than the early versions of Windows because effectively they should be porting in the essential code. I know a guy that worked on a translation for Windows XP, and apparently there was just thousands and thousands of pages of code. They didn't know what it was there for, but they couldn't take it out because it stopped working. So you would hope this would be more efficient. But yeah, this. I think we need a reboot here and to start trying to work out what's going. Oh. I'll tell you what, we're going to do that after the reboot. So let's shut down the machine. Oh, okay, so now you can see all my different machines I've got set up here. It's automatically switched to this one. I'm just going to change settings here. Audio, we're going to switch to that. Network seems okay. USB, it's not like either, but I'm going to stick with that. And then display. Graphics controller. I'm not actually sure. Selection. Not really sure. Should it be that? Let's try that. Maybe we'll crash it now. Okay, let's see. Audio control. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's give it a boot, see what happens. See if this automatically picks up on the new screen as well while we're at it. Okay, at the minute nothing is happening. In fact, it's even blanked me out the screen here, so that's good. Here we go, it's me back. So far, no boot. What's going on here? Okay, something strange going on here. Ah, sure. Okay. Yep, this didn't switch, so let's quickly switch that to the front screen. There we go. It's taking a while to boot up now, probably because I've just changed around all the system settings there. Hopefully it's not going to need another reinstall. Test how flexible it really is. Oh, slow, 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 slow. Very low processor consumption now. Is it really this slow, or have I changed too many settings at once and made it fall over? I may have done that. Might need to change the motherboard chipset back. I think I'll probably make it. Okay, let's shut that down again. In fact, let's just power it off cold. Okay, here we go again, back here. Let's change this. I think what I did there was that mistake. Start them up again. Okay. Hopefully this will work a bit better. That's a bit more like it, I think. Yeah, this looks a bit better. As long as we actually get into it this time. Okay. Alright, there's Firefox. Right, let's try this now. Literally just... Okay. Try Applications Manager again. I mean, it's nice having an application manager. I guess it's the way of the world these days. Right, Happy Word, you've got a bunch of stuff here. Let's try installing that again. That's why I mucked that up before. I have to extract it somewhere, but where did it extract it is the question. It did ask me where I wanted it extracted, but... My documents, right, okay. Okay, and we have to have a little look through here. It doesn't look like it's there. And my documents? No, users, maybe it's administrator. My document. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's try this then. Oh, it just says extract. cancel then. So what do you want me to do? Just install it? Or... Okay, now it's sort of hanging. So yeah, it's very much like Windows. It's clunky in the same way. I was hoping some of the clunkiness might be gone, but in fact, what is it doing now? Is it hanging? Have I crashed it? I think I might have crashed it. Send the control delete. Okay, I've sent the control delete to see if this will unlock it. What have we got here as well? Yeah, I seem to have completely crashed it, so let's reboot him. Okay, sent a reset, let's reboot. And not sure what I did there, but so maybe it's not quite as stable as advertised, or not advertised. Maybe it is quite as stable as advertised, whichever way you want to look at it. I really want to try and get the sound work. It looks like it's hanging again at boot. It is hanging at boot. Okay, so this is a bit puzzling. Just had another pause then as my glamorous assistant came down for another snack, but that's okay. I'm not sure why this is locking up now. So yeah, it's very much very much unstable. In fact, extremely unstable. So let's try a full shutdown here. Let's completely close it down. Power it off. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe it's a reboot that's causing the problem. Let's start them up again. Get this to work. It says running, but where is it? Oh, there it is. Right. Oh, I've just fired it up. Just need to switch the screen over here. If I get it to work. Wow, it's really giving me some chipperoonie here. There we go. Oh, is it booting? Okay, it looks like it needs a completely fresh boot. Reboots are no good for this. Okay. Okay, let's try. Why don't we just do it from the location, which is... Wow, I'm going to shuffle my document. Oh, there we go. Try that. Ooh, thank you. Right, I don't think it's going to do that. That's fine. Okay, so we got sound in theory now. Right, let's try Firefox, because what I want to see is if we can play something from YouTube. Not convinced the graphics are working properly yet. In fact, look at the device manager while I'm waiting for that to load. Device manager. Interesting to see what event manager looks like actually while I'm at it. Trying to do one thing at a time, but oh, in fact I'm doing three. Yeah, event manager is basically carbon copy. Actually log showing up there, but it's a lot of development that is questionable, really. If it is, I mean, maybe they've just designed it to look the same, and it might operate internally differently. But yeah, this screen is really slow. Right, first things first, let's see if we can update this. Did have an update option that appeared first off. It's not really enjoying having some shiny screen updates. I guess natively installed on hardware is probably going to look a bit better, but okay, let's just try Firefox start page. God, slow. Just go to Firefox.org or something, is it? Mozilla.org, I don't know. Does it even recognise I've entered anything? I mean, I'm a little bit confused because it's almost like I would have thought a lot of this stuff is still sort of very protected in terms of the look and feel. Maybe it's just Microsoft aren't hot on it because they've got such a track record of being a little bit vague when it comes to other people's copyrights. We want to sort of be. Well, I'm really fighting to just do basic navigation. So this is pretty rough so far in the VM environment. If you're using this in the VM, you're going to have to figure out what graphics mode it needs, because I'm guessing there's a more straightforward way, but I'm coming in. Part of my point of doing this is just installing it and see what happens, how much fiddling around you need to do. So meet our family of products very slowly. Finally, I haven't been here for a while, so browsers. Okay. Oh, hang on, Firefox. Yes, I want to find the download file. This is slow. Okay, desktop download, please. Cool. Has it downloaded though? Oh, looks like a download box. Okay, 52. Oh, maybe I thought we were on 80 something. I don't know. Maybe it's scanning the version of Windows here and giving me the latest it can give me or something. I don't know. Okay. ESR, is that something with security release? Yeah, I think that's a legacy version. I'm sure we're well ahead of 52. I should know this really, but I don't. So, looks like Windows though. It just reminds me of using a 486 at the minute. I haven't allocated a huge amount of resource to the machine, but there's not much else going on. And it's pretty slow. Although it is going off a slow disk, but still. Installation of Linux now. Standard. Right. Okay, let's close. Oh, don't close the machine. Close Firefox. I'm not even sure how to close Firefox now. Have I got the little screen thing on? No, I haven't. Exit. Okay. Next. I wonder if there's a CPU problem here. I'm seeing both. Have allocated. Sees the network, monitor, sees the mouse, keyboard. We got audio. That's one thing we got. And it sees the graphics adapter. Okay, let's launch the version of Firefox. Well, we'll have a test of the sound and then we'll see if this is of any use any. Oh, I probably should have read the reading at some point. Oh, this is 2016. Wine project to share, blah blah blah. Now, Wine is a great application, very useful. I've had to actually used it when I was trying to recover a disk that got damaged a few years ago. I only had a Mac to run things on, so I was running one of my something I use portable that would normally be on my PC, and I managed to get it running over Wine. I don't think that application runs anymore over Wine on a Mac, but it worked that time for me, and I needed it to work that time. Well, we ain't got any Firefox yet. Task Manager looks just like Windows. Firefox is apparently... Maybe it don't work. Maybe that's why we've got version 48 that was installed. Kill this process and try apart. No, parallel process going now. 0 CPU being used, yeah. Okay, let's try again. Well, it's using a bit of CPU time. It's a bit more promising. About where it got to before. Using more CPU time than 0, it looks like it hangs. It fills up about 48 mega memory. It stops, so I might have snookered that, and then it just uses a little sliver of CPU time. Maybe it will appear if I just leave it, but in the meantime, Applications Manager, let's just reinstall the other one, I guess. To answer your question, if you'd asked it, don't use anything beyond 48, because it don't seem to work. Let's install again. Hopefully it can go over that and I haven't snookered the whole thing. But I think I'm getting to the point where I'm saying, if you're in a tight spot, this might come in handy potentially, but generally speaking, I think this is not going to be a great replacement system. It doesn't seem to quite have the compatibility you would hope from a system that is, if you were going to use it, even to get you out of tight spots, if you need something without a license for some reason. I mean, at the end of the day, you can install Windows without a license now, and you can always pick up a license afterwards if you're in a spot. Will it let me go over? Yeah. Upgrade, that's good. See how long it takes. There's something not right. Maybe it's the disk format I selected that's made this more higgledy-piggledy, but there's something doesn't seem right with disk access here. Okay, we're launching Firefox. What other applications we got here? Reaper in there? Chrome in there? Chromium's in there. It's an arcade game apparently. Not the browser. Browser technology or whatever it is. Got 7-zip. Oh, here we go. Okay, this time let's just go straight to YouTube and look up one of my wonderful videos. Got a feeling this ain't gonna play very well. It's like I'm watching over a very poor remote connection at the minute, which is effectively what it's probably doing. Yep, okay, so it don't work. So you're not going to be going on YouTube with this. Yeah, it's trying to get me to apply that update. Do you know what? Just for laughs, let's see if we can get Edge running on it. It ain't going to run. There's not a chance that that's going to work. But I'll be interested to see what error message it gives. Probably will spot ReactOS a mile off. I actually have trouble installing this on some Windows 10 machine, so the chance of this installing is very much between slim and none. Right, supported on. I bet it's supported in all these things, but let's see if it will take the Windows version. It's probably going to ask, I suspect, for the latest. Let's have a look. It's probably going to ask, so I'm going to try. Let's try Windows 7 version. I think it will ask for all the latest updates to be applied. Let's just see if it's going. Or it might just hang and do nothing in particular. Yeah, I'm swiftly moving to the position that this is not so useful. I would try running WinUAE and stuff like that on it because you might think it would be a decent base system, and maybe, but then I can't get the graphics to recognize. Or I mean, maybe on a real machine. Maybe I need to try on a real machine. Okay, let's see. All right, well, it's going to download the setup, which is not going to work. Okay, we've got downloaded. No wonder they've got an applications manager. They're having to authenticate that every version of the software works one by one. So this is the biggest clutter I've got. Nothing happening so far. I've got a task for it. Can't actually see a task right now. Maybe it's just conking out as soon as it tries to load it. Now this is pretty useless. Wow, 20 years and this is as far as they've come. I mean, it sort of looks all right. It looks a bit like Windows, and I mean, I expect it's probably got, yeah, games is probably good solitaire on there. Yeah, I expect Mine. I mean, yeah, it's different graphics, but looks like solitaire. These graphics seem to be running okay. I guess it's like DirectX support or something that's the problem. Maybe you need to install DirectX or something. How do we play this game again? Two, king. There. I mean, this seems to be running all right. We already snookered on this. Oh no, forgot these ones. Six. Good. Queen. Over there. Jack. Four. Very good. 10. Four. I could go over there and get that. Anyway. It's got the ReactOS logo. I mean, that's interesting. I've seen that ace there. 10 can go over there. 9 can go over there. Flip that one over. Queen. And move that king. 5. I mean, this is the only bit that's worked so far. Jack's no good. 9, good. Oh, hang on. Can we undo? I think that 9 would have been good. Was it a red 9? Don't know. Anyway, we've got 2 there. King we can't get out yet. Cool, it's hard to make a video and try and play this game at the same time. 6, no good. Ace, that'll do me. 2, flip that one over. 8, no good. 6, no good. 8. Yeah, I mean, this is stable, isn't it? It's 7, 2. Oh no, I thought the clubs up there. 6 of hearts, that'll do. Back 5 there, we got king out. There we got 2 spades. Almost determined to have one success and actually finish this game. 4 spades. I'm not noveling myself here. There's 5 of clubs there. 10 spades, no use. No use. 9's diamonds, we can get that out. 5 of spades. Yes, we can do something with that. Go there. 9 of hearts. Funny designs as well, aren't they? 9 of hearts. No, get rid of that one. 2 of clubs. Could do with that ace or that king getting out really, but 10 of spades, no good. No jack, no good. 6 of clubs. Yes, can get that one anything out yet though. Can shift that 5 across, 7 can go up there, 3 can go up there, 4 can go over there, Queen can go over there, get the King out. Got a chance here. 9. Don't think of the 9 yet. 2, can't do anything with the. Can I? Hang on. Take that there, get the 2 out. Oh, I'm snookered though, aren't I? Oh, hang on. I didn't realise I'd still a card in the deck then for a second. I got confused. 10, the 9 no good. No, I think I'm snookered now. 10, Jack, 9. No, no good. I am snookered, and this doesn't have the hints. Doesn't have anything. So, and the colours are going strange as well. Can't get anything out here, can I? No. So, that's not much good. Yes, quit the current game. Yes, the colours have all got corrupted. That's from playing. That's just playing a multicolour game that's done that. That's got to be down to win line. Okay, so that's your normal landmine game. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, yeah, they're already playing, aren't they? Okay. 3. Okay. No, I've only done this. 2, 1, 1, 3. Yeah, I've done it, haven't I? Alright, okay. So that's 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. 1 there. Oh, poo. Nearly had it. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know how much more I can do here. This doesn't look like this Edge installer is loading. It's become so. Yeah, it's. I could go back into it and go in a bit more depth, I guess, but I think really it just doesn't look very stable at all. So I'm gonna say I'd recommend against ReactOS at the minute. It doesn't seem to really be there. It's 25 years old actually, this system, and it's not quite up to it yet. So that's what can you do with ReactOS where you can't load Firefox. It's got other applications. We can have a flick through the other applications in here. Let's have a look. I mean, it looks the part, but it's just under the hood. It's terrible. Which is, even then it's still quite an achievement. But I mean, if we can look at this interesting new color scheme, yeah, you've just got lots of agate emulator. You got some legacy things like Audacity, which I don't think is very good for what it is. Audiogram, possible. Looks like some games. Clamwin free, DirectX. Oh, hang on, maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need some of this stuff. DOS Blast, I mean, it looks like there's lots of applications, free basic, but if you're looking for something that's going to run contemporary Windows applications, like now Windows applications that you'd use now, I'm not convinced this is going to be the platform to do it. It's got .NET up to 4. Interesting, maybe. No, I was going to say it'd be interesting if it would run Magic's Vegas, but I think it needs more than 4. And it's running ancient versions of Firefox. It's just not doable. I don't think this is you're better off going to Linux if you need another system or running Wine or something. Samba, Scum VM, maybe it's worth it for that. SNES 9X, but these are again applications that are a long time ago. SuperTux, applications that a long time ago were stable and running well. You don't necessarily need the latest versions. Merge. Let's try and store in the DirectX, see if it makes any difference. It's getting these installs from archive locations as well, so it doesn't fill me. $60K. I'm sure this file is bigger than the 200K or so that it's looking to download. From archive.com. This is slow. It's going to go back to the beginning yet. Well, I'm not going to bother with this. Yeah, ReactOS, great idea. There's obviously been a huge amount of work gone into to get this far, but you're chasing your tail with it. I thought maybe as a legacy platform it might work well where Windows is hard to license, where it's hard to it doesn't have as good compatibility. I thought maybe we'd get better compatibility with some legacy applications. That's still something I can test a bit more. But the basic lack of functionality and instability, for me, I'm counting it out for now. So maybe I'll come back to it one day. Maybe I'll wait for the next major release. I think there are some bleeding edge releases, but I'm not going to mess around with them until I can't even shut Firefox now. So I'm not going to mess around with them until the time comes. But look, thanks for watching. Unfortunately, I have to not condemn it, but so it ain't that much cop ReactOS. A lot of work, quarter of a century of work into it. Maybe they should give up now. But it's you need to do these things on the way to developing other things maybe, and I think it's a good effort, but looks like it falls a bit short of the mark. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Give your feedback, and let me know what you think. Comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever. All this stuff, all that kind of stuff. I have a tip jar if you want to tip me, because I'm stony broke at the minute. And yeah, let's please share my videos and expand my channel. Blah 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 blah.